Hiya, welcome back to my channel. Okay, hi, how you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're getting ready to have a good Easter Sunday. See this right here, yeah, that I'm wearing my glasses. You know what it is? That is steam, bruv. I wish I can bring it up close for you to see. That is steam. That's how hot it is under these lights. There's steam in my glasses. What if I don't wear it? I can't see you. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. What am I talking about? My voice has got that husky thing going on this week, innit? Hey baby, how you doing? Anyway, let me be serious. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, wow. Title, don't know where that came from. Of course we know where it came from, Villager. Today's video is about my lock hacks, things that I've learned while I microlock. Do you not like my hair today? Like, I feel like it's reminiscent of an Afro path. So what happened was, right, I did my hair curly. I curled my locks last week after I filmed my how to do my retightening. I told you guys I was going to do curly. So I did curly hair. Normally, if I curl my hair, I can last a good I can stretch it to 3 weeks with curly hair. That looks cute down. But I used some new rollers, right? And they're good, but because of the time that I finished filming last week's video and I had stuff to do and go out and all this stuff, I didn't leave my hair enough time to dry, so it was mainly dry. And even like, please believe, I was like under the dryer till like 12 o'clock, like 12, let me lie. Yeah, it was about midnight actually. It was about midnight that I was up till, sitting under the dryer on Sunday night when my alarm is going off at 5:30 in the morning come Monday. So yeah, my hair didn't have enough time to dry, and so the curls dropped a lot. However, when I packed it up like this, it still looked like it's alright. And I feel like I've got an Afro puff back in my loose natural days. So I am loving it. We're going to rock this the whole weekend. Happy Easter and everything. But yeah, I will be doing a curly girl routine, like how I do my curls, different ways I curl my hair and stuff. I don't know if that's going to come next week or the week after, but it's coming soon. Anywho, this video is about lock hacks. Wow, 3 minutes 22. I'm just chatting. Sorry. Yeah. So these are things that I've picked up along the way from maybe other people that have got locks, traditional locks, micro locks, all kinds of locks, or stuff that I've seen myself that I think would be useful for you to know if you have got micro locks or locks in general. Although mine's coming from Microlocks because of my locks. So, right, I've got my bullet journal here. I wrote all my notes down. Yeah, so can you see? It started off as my top 5 lock hacks. Then it became 10. But somehow I couldn't do a 10th one. So it just goes up to 9. Anywho. Alright, so this first one, yeah, I'm being a bit cheeky. I'm kind of pinching it from Keisha Charmaine. If you don't know who Keisha Charmaine is and you have locks, yeah, you need to get on it. So I'm going to link her channel below, but she's an awesome YouTuber. She has beautiful locks. They're like down to like her butt now. I'm pretty sure she could tuck them in her ass crack if she wanted to. Bright, I think they're like some kind of magenta-y pinkish red at the moment. They're lovely, and yeah, I'm kind of cheekily stealing this one from her. Look at that. It's to be expected. I was gonna drop something, wasn't I? This first one is about ponytail holders, hairbands as we call them over here. Now I was struggling for a long time with, I'm gonna show you if I can show you, hold on. I was struggling with these tiny things. You see, do you see all this hair? What is this gonna do, bruv? What is this doing for my life? But I was plodding along with it because I didn't have brains to know that I could do something else. Then I watched a video in her lock hacks that said, drop the ponytail holders and use headbands. Changed my life, yo. These are life, bruv. These are fantastic. Like right now, this is wrapped around 3 times and it's not even tight. It's like, these are fantastic. Like if you have locks or just loads of hair, you need these in your life. These, I've got a pack of 6 of them from eBay, and I lose hairbands all the time. But even if I've not got one in my hair, I have one all the time around my wrist like this. When I'm in the gym, when I'm at work, there's always one on my wrist like this. Obviously it's not today because it's in my hair, but I've always got one on me, and they're brilliant. They're fantastic. Even one of them, I split them, and all I did was just tie it in a knot again at the top. I ain't throwing it away. That's money. Do you know how hard it is trying to pack all of this into this nonsense? They just, where's the stretch? Use one of these, mate. Ironically, I'm saying this from the fact that I told you that this curly hair was a fail because I was trying to get dry hair at night time. Don't wet your hair at night. Don't do it. There's a very good reason why. Not just because your curls are going to do a fail, even though the style is a win. Basically, you could suffer with dread rot. I know some people are sensitive about the term dreads. That's not what we're talking about right now. Dread rot is when your hair has had moisture in it for so long, it gets all mildewy and nasty and you do not want that. And just like I foolishly taught that, you know, microlocs can't get lint and build up, we all know that is not true. Dread rot, yeah, is when you have moisture that stays in your hair don't dry fully, and it's more likely to happen with thicker traditional locks, but don't get it fooled, it can still happen with microlocs. To avoid that, do not have your hair soaking wet at night time. If you go and wash your hair, you want to style your hair, you want to moisturize your hair like I did in my moisturizing video, links down below. Do it in the daytime, do it in the morning. That way you've got time for the whole day for your hair to dry, and even if it's still a little bit damp in the evening, you can sit under the dryer for like, you know, half an hour and get the rest of the water out. But do not have sopping, don't go to bed with wet hair. This is not like when you was team loose natural and you had a shower. I used to do it all the time. I'll wash my hair at night time, I will do some chunky doo-doo plait, some convict braids, yeah, and then it's all good to go in the morning. This is not that situation anymore. So if you got locks, do not wet your hair at night. You're just asking for problems, and I've got enough problems up here as it is. I don't want no more. All right, tip number 3. What was that? 3. This is about bobby pins. Now, like, you'll notice a trend. A lot of these things I picked up because it was going from being a loose natural to being locked. And there's things that I just took for granted as a loose natural that you cannot take for granted when you're locked. You know, bobby pins, hairpins, these lovely things right here. You need to check the ends. See the ends there? Can you see that it's still got the protective bits on the end? I know we lose bobby pins all the time. Bobby pins seem to just run away, you know, you invite them into your home, you give them a welcome place on your bed, dressing table, and then in the morning they're gone. But bobby pins, you need to make sure you've got the ones with those protected ends. Don't skimp out and be cheap and you know you needed one more and there's that one that's got a dead piece and it's like half rusted. Don't use it, because even with locks, you stabbing your hair with that blunt, sharp-ended bobby pin is going to be causing breakage in the lock. And you won't see it in the beginning. Over time, going to weaken the lock, the integrity of the lock, the structural bit inside, yeah, the structure inside the lock. You're going to weaken it and damage it by breaking it, by stabbing it over and over with them blunt, dead, ugly, rusted bobby pins. Do not do it. Don't spoil your hair. Okay, this is one that's been really good for me up until, well, now I can still do it because I want to, but like my hair's getting long enough where all of it can sit up there without having to put pins and stuff. So this is for if your locks are a bit shorter than mine, but you still love to pack your hair up. When my locks were short in the back, and I still got a few that try to drop down every now and again, what I used to do was I used to do a French braid or a flat twist going up at the back. So I would just kind of part from about here to about here, and I'd do a French braid going straight up. And then the rest of it, I'd pack it up into a ponytail, so I could still have a ponytail or a high bun where, you know, the crown and the front was long enough to do so. But all those little annoying bits that just drop down in the back was not a problem anymore. So if you want to wear high buns, but the back of your hair is still quite short, even if you're a loose natural, same thing, braid up the back. Just do a cute little French braid, flat twist, whatever. Even if you want to do like a tuck and, you know, a roll and pin tuck type of situation, do that. But then that's going to be up. It'll look like a cute little feature at the back of your hair and you can still rock the bun. Okay, this one has helped me many times in a sticky situation. And I don't know how it's going to work for loose natural loves, but for my locked sisters, if you have not got any of these wonderful, where is it? If you ain't got any of these on, hell, if you ain't even got any of these with you, use your locks as a ponytail holder. It's fantastic. The number of times I've been like, if I've been sweating out in the gym and I ain't got my hairbands with me or anything, like use it to tie your hair. All I do is I just like will put my finger in the middle of the ponytail, or like in the middle of where I want the ponytail to be, and pull out 2 locks or 4 locks, 2 on one side, 2 on this side, or 1 on one, and then I just pull it out. So I'll pull it out, make sure it's wrapped around everything, and then I just tighten the knot at the front. Ponytail. It's fantastic. And if it's like you're cooking something, it tends to be for me, if I'm cooking or if I'm sweating out at the gym and I didn't have a hairband. Not so much now since I've got my fantastic ones I keep on my wrist, but before, if that was the situation, I can't find a ponytail holder, a hairband, use my locks, tie it up, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, my hair's out the way. This is a good one, and yes, again, it's for my lock sisters. Listen, now this is not something I realized would be an issue until I had locks. Because your locks are made up of matted hair, all your head, your shed hair that comes out doesn't get washed away like it would if you're a loose natural where you can detangle and brush it out. It is part, or it forms part of your lock. So what tends to happen is it looks like your hair is like breaking, or you're pulling your hair too tight because you've got all these little hairs with the follicles on the end that are just doing white wannabe dandruff styles in your hair. But it's not the case. It's just that the hair that gets naturally shed through the growth process, that natural growth, hair growth cycle, it gets shed, but obviously it's stuck in the lock because it's part of your lock. Now, it used to really fry me, yeah? Fry means it used to cook my soul, like it used to just piss me off because I'd have all this stuff looking like that. I already got problems with dandruff, plus all these little follicle things doing hello. No, what you can do is use a rinse dye, a semi-permanent rinse dye. The ones I always love to use is Adore semi-permanent rinse dyes. I think they're called Adore Shining semi-permanent rinse dyes. You can buy them in the Afro Hair and beauty shops, and I mean the black owned ones. Yeah, I said it, the black owned ones. You can use it, you can get it from Amazon, you can get it from eBay, wherever, but it's really cheap and cheerful. All you gotta do is get it in your color. So before I colored my hair, I used to just buy it in velvet black, and then it just colors all them little follicles, so you can't see them no more. So then it just looks, you know, fresh, like it's just black, rather than all them annoying. It's really annoying, and you will know it if you've got locks, especially if you've kind of gone through your first 6 to 10 months of having locks, and then you suddenly think, what the hell are these? What are these annoying things? Cover with rinse dye. And because it's rinse dye, it's not going to have any kind of negative effect on your hair, like you're bleaching your hair. It is just like a rinse dye. It's like doing conditioner, but it will just colour all of them and you won't see them anymore. This elastic hairband is really coming in handy. If you want to preserve your curls, this is what I do. When I'm stretching out my curls to last for 3 weeks, right, I use this to pineapple my hair, kind of like what's going on now, just not as tight. I might wrap it around my hair like twice like this, or just leave it in once where it's just like, you know, like that, just to keep my hair up in a pineapple, so that when I take my hair down the next morning and I shake it out, it will straighten out. Like you'll kind of lose some of the curl definition from these ones on the side, but because you're doing it so loosely like this, so you'll lose a little bit. These parts will be a bit straight, but when you shake it out, your hair in the middle, the stuff that's been packed up here, is gonna be, you know, still curly. You won't have lost any of that because you're gonna be like pulling out the pineapple. You're just literally gonna turn your head upside down and do this, and then leave it like that, and then put your headscarf or your bonnet or whatever it is on top. So that's how that is how I preserve my curls. So preserve your curls by pineappling them and then sticking your bonnet on top. Do not skimp out on hot oil treatments. Now, not everyone is a fan of conditioner. I know people have told me since I put out that look, the Lintan build-up video, stop using conditioner. I don't use conditioner as much. I use conditioner maybe once a month, but because my hair is coloured, I need to put something in it to help it with moisture and to be strong. Now, even if you don't like conditioner, hot oil treatments are a fantastic way to look after your locks. It traps in moisture because you do it on wet hair. It locks in the moisture. It's brilliant for your hair. Depending on what oil you use, it's fantastic for your hair. You should totally do it. I do it not as often because I use conditioner, but I probably will do it every other month. And I like to use coconut oil, vitamin E oil, and sometimes I'll add apricot kernel oil, or if I'm not, I'll just have the coconut oil and vitamin E oil, and then I will chuck in some lavender, some rose oil, and tea tree oil. That's the 3 essential oils I like to use because I have dandruff going on. So those 3 essential oils are good for me. And the last one is to style your hair after retightening. Now, I know if you retwist your hair by palm rolling, lots of people style their hair after palm rolling to keep their hair nice and fresh and neat, and obviously it's a cute style, but it does help with making your retightened hair, this is, I'm talking about interlocking, look fresher for longer. Now, for me, it doesn't have to be any crazy, like mad crazy, like, you know, really detailed updo. I like to do it while wearing curly hair. That's why last week I did my, you know, retightening, and then I wanted to curl my hair, because then I've got 3 weeks where every night all I do is pineapple it and stick it under a bonnet, and then that's it. I do not play, my hands is not all up in the hair, like, because it's curly, otherwise I'll end up with straight bits, like he's like, it'll end up like that. So I don't play with the hair, nothing, but it lasts for 3 weeks, and then my hair still looks fresh for 3 weeks because I ain't washing it for 3 weeks, rather than if you're like playing with it all the time and then you wash it every week. I mean, if you want to wash it every week, that's up to you. I don't, but then you're more likely to get the TWA at the roots thing going on. So yeah, I like to style my hair, and it's usually curly for a solid 3 weeks, and then my retwist stays fresh. Then when I wash it, then it look like I got the afro, the TWA going on. That is it. Those are my lock hacks. Those are my micro lock hacks, things that I've picked up in the 2 years and 2 months that I've been locked. Now I am sure, I am very sure there are tons of other lock hacks out there that I do not know about. So please, my wonderful melanated sisters, drop them down in the comments below. Let me know what these lock hacks are. Help me out. Let's help each other out, because I don't know everything, trust me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please comment below with your lock hacks, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Come join MaameRose's family. And until next week Sunday, bye. And I don't know, this fingers thing is becoming an integral part of me. Like, I don't know, these spirit fingers. Let me just go. Bye.